Today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is today. This is how it is today on Pop Culture Minefield.
So I know it takes rocket science. I just sent the invite to Charlie through the management thing, tagging him. Oh, man. Good fucking Monday morning, even though it sucks.
I thought it was Monster Day.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I don't know if Charlie was wanting to join us today. I didn't hear from him this weekend. I mean, who's all here right now? You got
Don't know.
Snorty is first
Snorty.
in the house.
And Gambit.
Gambit.
And Chris.
Oh, yeah, Chris is here. Hi, Christian. Bonjour, mon ami. Bonjour.
Bonjour, Christian. Oh,
Hello.
yes. I need some recordings of polar bears growling.
Right? Something.
In the meantime, we have this. And, of course, our good friend Gambit, 1987.
Yeah, I don't think Pope's going to be here. What was the last thing we heard on him? Anima? Martin? Anybody?
He's just having
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yes.
Oh, is that what it is?
I crossed paths with him on, I think it was Friday on a chat.
That was it. Because I knew one of you guys ran into him.
What?
Which part didn't you understand?
Almost everything before him.
Joe got that joke.
Yes, I did.
That's an old joke from when somebody says something and the other person goes, "What?" And then the comedian goes, "Which part didn't you understand?"
My favorite is
doing
Kevin
S's.
Kline in a fish called
that was
Wanda.
it.
What's the middle thing?
What's that middle thing?
Don't call me stupid. Good morning, all. Good morning. Get some coffee in you. Let's talk some kaiju. What's up?
Well, which one, Christian? Because I speak a lot of languages. I speak moron. I speak gibberish.
He speaks jive. He does.
You mostly speak dick, Harry.
Yeah. I don't know when he's going to show up because he told us that he was going to be working evenings.
Yeah, he switched
And,
to second shift, but then things apparently at work got so busy that he has to work more.
Extra hours, is that it?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
So
But
what
what is
movie
she
are
so
we doing
rapidly
today? What is this
sleeping?
shit?
What is this shit? He says.
Is this Iron Man? What is this?
It's
Well,
Iron Man if he was 7 stories tall. Yeah,
Well,
sure.
the composer still thinks he's making Iron Man music. So, yeah.
This is Pacific Rim Job. Is that it?
Specific.
Pacific Rim.
Yes, my stepdaughter used to say, you know, it's 5 o'clock Pacific time. And I'd look at her when she would say it. I'm like, is she fucking around with me? Or does she think that's what it is?
Well,
And after about like the third time, I went, you do know that's Pacific time. She goes, yes, but it's specific to the Pacific time. And I just looked
Interesting
at her,
logic.
and I'm like going, if you were biologically mine, I would absolutely give you a Gibbs slap.
You still had a point.
It's specific to the Pacific. I'm like, oh yeah. This is just going to be a lot of fun raising her. She was a sweetheart, though.
So
of
what's
course-
what's your policy? Only a dick per house?
Oh no, I'm always that. Draco was God, he was a handful mentally. Good grief, that kid. He was one of those kids that, or people. I'm just gonna say that he's one of those people that if you innocently asked a question about something that he was talking about, usually dealing with, role-playing games, you better fucking, bookmark an hour to 2 hours on this one thing that he's going to talk about. And he has no sense of other people's time. And it was always funny. But I realized, once I moved away and I didn't need to be there anymore for them, because they're all grown up enough now to, take care of things for themselves. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go away. And then like wonder when somebody would notice that I wasn't there anymore. Almost an entire 2 months went by before they realized, oh, you moved. And it's like, yeah. Oh, you didn't know we were broken up. Yeah, we were broken up the minute all this shit happened. I pretty much was done after the fire. I just wanted to go off on my own. And then I safely met a girl that lived in Croatia, so I didn't have to live with her.
That's why you picked me.
And it's perfect.
Got it.
Well, no, it's really kind of nice because I could just have a relationship with you and we didn't have to cohabitate. We could get to know each other. And it was nice. It was very nice.
Yeah,
So-
but we're in over 3 years now, so there was enough time. Move on, USCIS.
Yes.
That's what they're called.
So
We did
something's
everything you
going
asked of
on.
us.
Something is going on today over at Amazon's IMDb.
Yes.
Yeah, it's done.
They had, I was talking to them pregame. Amazon Web Services had a huge outage last night, and it probably has something to do with that. I
wonder if they
tried
got hacked.
IMDb this morning, and I don't know. It affected a whole lot of things. Of course, the first thing they talked about this morning on the news was Fortnite being affected by it. But
of course.
Nobody
yeah,
cares.
all your links to IMDb, you're going to get an oops error thing every time. So,
Oh,
that's
God,
what we
guys,
do.
I hope
I-
Gambit is okay.
Whoa. How the fuck do you say that again? IMDb?
IMBD.
That's not what you said. You went IMDb.
IMBD.
There you go. That's what you
And
said.
it's DB.
Yeah.
IMBD.
I know, and it's fucking killing my head. I'm like, what the fuck did you IMDb?
IMDb?
What that is that sounds like Porky Pig having trouble saying IMDb.
There you go.
IMDb.
That's all, folks.
There you go.
There it is. But yeah, that AWS had a big outage last night. It was all over the news first thing this morning.
That must have been when I was on the toilet, unable to read because my eye is so swollen.
Ah,
So I didn't read any news today. Sounds like you got some allergies too, Joe.
no. I just ate a little while ago, so my nose always runs when I eat.
Oh, welcome to the club.
So
I bet
I'm
you.
good.
I bet you're built backwards and your feet smell.
Don't everybody's feet smell at some point?
Mine don't.
But how would you know they're so far away from your nose? You're a big guy.
I have a sensitive nose.
You would know then.
It's hurting to smile right now. My eye is so swollen.
That's no good.
Ugh. So anyway.
So you're doing yellow face right now.
I wish. It's like it's not squinty eyed. I'm not squinty eyed. You know, I'll just fucking.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I look like I've. It's just like they are so swollen right now.
You look like somebody pounded you with fists.
I don't. Oh, thank God you. That's not better. That's still not
fisting.
Better.
No, it's going to be fisting. All right, I'm muting my mic. I'm going to get a protein bar. Damn it!
I just took some more Benadryl. It seemed swelling seemed to go down before I went to bed. What I think it is the pollen's on my sheets, and so I'm going to have to wash my sheets before the weekend. I'll probably wash them today.
Yes,
in between shows. Man. So anyway. Put down some interesting trivia and stuff yesterday. I don't know if it's going to be viewable. And I'm still annoyed at Keith. Who the fuck is Wally?
Yeah, he never answered that question.
No. And I asked him a second time, who the fuck is Wally? Like, who are you talking about? Nothing. But I had a good evening because Xander and not Sander, Xander with a Z. Xander and I had a good conversation. He's Ultra Rob's son, my nephew, and he's down in AIT right now and telling me all kinds of funny shit, and I'm making him laugh about Army stories. And he said that they're having a huge problem with wokesters where he's at. Because it's still a problem in the military, these woke people that have signed up that are still in training.
They're a problem everywhere.
They'll get kicked out afterward. They'll get kicked out later. But it was good hearing from him. I still can't believe he's what?
Christian is has been a member for 35 months.
Oh wow! Thank you, Christian. That's awesome, dude.
He's a glutton for punishment.
Hey, Ariel's here. What's up?
Hello, Ariel.
I like DEI. DEI is very effective at explaining that they're
how would it have lost meaning?
A human walking check mark, but
it's
because it's been overused, and you know the funny part is that Keith and I are woke. We're old school woke, and these assholes went in such a fucking crazy direction. They've ruined the word for what we were. And it
absolutely correct.
Meaning, you know, and when I say that I'm woke, that means I absolutely believe in equality. I don't believe in physical equality, but I do believe in social equality, that a person has to have the equal right to be able to succeed in this in our culture. And you have every thing given to you to either succeed or fail. And that it's not set against you if you fail. It's just try again. Keep trying. And if you can't succeed for some reason, maybe that's time you woke up to the fact that you're probably a moron. And you're just one of those people that's going to have to work a fucking job.
If you don't succeed, it's always the blame others.
So Christian says, "Hey Gary, a request from Mel. Say, pamplemousse. I don't know that
Pamplemousse.
word.
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse. It's Mel's favorite French word. I've never heard that, but mousse is like a aerated dish.
Oh, wait. Before we move, we need to give you a thank you video, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'd say pamplemousse, but I'm a stupid American, so
Yeah, that's not how
Okay.
French works.
Good morning,
for,
Alpha.
for you, Christian, we have this.
Pudding.
No, thank you, sir.
Closest thing
That's-
to mousse.
That was a actually not pudding. It was chocolate mousse. Yeah, in the cup. Thank you for your $5 Canadian, my friend. Some think happening with liberals. My Grammy is a liberal, but she doesn't like how new age liberals are. No, new age liberals are insane. It's a form of mental illness. Old school liberalism is a little different. Not that I agreed with everything old school liberal, but my dad and I were, raised in that kind of environment. Vote Democrat. And that all ended in the 80s for both of us. And the first time I ever voted was for Ronald Reagan on his second term. They will come up with a new term. Then after we mock them, they will claim they never used the term. Well, of course, that's how it works, Alpha. Absolutely. It's like they'll disown it. It's sort of like all of the nicknames that are known for people who are gay, including the word gay, were all created within the community. But once it got out to the major populace and became a negative term, they would disown it. And I'm like, that's weird. Grapefruit. What a weird name for grapefruit.
Yeah, here's a fun fact for you. That's also the German name for grapefruit, but nobody uses it anymore. We all just say grapefruit.
It's archaic.
Older people still
It's
say
archaic.
Pamplemousse.
It's archaic.
If you want to call it that, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you stop using something, it's usually what it is because it's become archaic and not the new thing that you call it. What do you call it now? Just grapefruit,
Yeah,
but with an accent?
I don't.
le grape est fruit.
People who suck at English or don't speak it at all, they say it really weird. But most
I always
people
crack up when I'm watching foreign films and you'll hear like cuss words or
Merde.
certain other words. No, you'll hear someone shit or you'll hear someone say fuck. And I'm like, that's so odd because they have their own versions of the words, but there's something about the Americanized cuss words, I guess.
I like Felgercarb and frack. I like those.
No,
Well,
I think
yeah,
they
Battlestar
sound
Galactica.
more offensive when you use them in your own language. So you're more likely to use the foreign quote unquote one and cuss in English.
That's a question
Except
for Anima.
Except if you're from Balkans, because Croatians, Serbians, etc., they swear in their own language and you can't even translate most of it. That's how colorful it is.
Yeah, it's sort of like when I learned the Italian term for a certain act. And it's just like, that's what that means. When you hear an Italian go, "Baffanculo," it doesn't mean fuck you. It means a specific kind of fuck you.
I don't even know what that was supposed to mean.
It means fuck you in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even Martin recognized it.
I know my Italian from the opera, so yeah, I wouldn't have come across that.
They have a very similar one in Spain.
What do they say there?
I don't know if it's safe to say it. The bots and shit.
You can
but
spread it out.
It's basically the same thing.
Okay. I know that when I was there in 77, there was this horrible dance song called Daddy Cool. And it was constantly played on the radio. And I kept thinking, I think they're playing this because cool sounds like ass. And they thought that was funny in Spain.
Mm.
And it was like one of the number one songs in Spain, España. Or in Godzilla Raids again, when one of the dubbed over a guy used the word banana oil when talking to his girlfriend. What?
Dude, the shit that you have to hear in dub versions. I cannot
Yeah.
explain.
Well, I love Ultraman, but if you listen to the English dubbed version, and I have to, like when I'm doing stuff, like trying to sleep or working and just listening, I have to put that on. And it's just so fucking annoying because like every other word is like monster. They don't say
Dude,
monster. Monster.
you lazy fuck. You have to learn Japanese.
Hey, wakarimashika. That was actual Japanese. So
Yeah, I'm saying no hablo inglés. It's English. So
banana oil is still like, what the fuck is that about?
yeah. Someday I will relate it to you some things that I heard in dub things, and it was, what the hell?
Marginally related, Tolkien trivia, Bag's
Yeah.
End is a little translation for cul-de-sac.
Yep.
Actually, cul-de-sac means ass of the sack.
Yeah, the form is the bottom of a bag. That is what it is.
Yeah, but cool is the word for ass in French.
What is that?
She was asking if it was a Triple H thing. I was telling her it's a specialty Mardi Gras bead for the Cowboys Club and Grill reunion we had this summer.
Calling someone stupid? I have never heard of that one, Ariel, and I'm old school.
Because you're banana oil.
There you go.
And I'm getting kicked.
Over
I
there.
know.
Shoot.
So I have so many things that I love about this film, but you have to immediately accept and buy into the things that they're doing in the film. And once you buy into those things, you have to put aside any of the logic issues you have.
Yeah, there is logic do not exist in this dojo.
But I still like it because he decided to go instead of cyberpunk, he went steampunk. And but it's steampunk it's a modern steampunk, which isn't steampunk, but there's no other way of saying it. The
It
whole
gives you the steampunk feeling.
industrial size fucking hydraulic system that they walk on, is all so unnecessary. And with technology, I mean, if you have technology like what he's looking at right now, you can find other ways. You can have those little step machines kind of stuff. You don't have to have all the hydraulics and metal parts sticking out to where humans can be crushed to death if they accidentally slip into it. But the film is going for that aesthetic, so it's like, okay, I accept this. This is the accept. Because I got to tell you too, they show jet fighters in this movie, and yet you see an absolute absence of them. You have helicopters, but there's an absolute absence of the kind of fighters you would need in these battles. Absolutely not available. They would be there for distraction, if anything.
Ever thought about maybe they are not there anymore because they all got destroyed, and that's why they had to build the Jaeger to begin with.
No, doesn't work that way.
I don't know. I don't want to pull apart the logic in this.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Watching it.
I'm just saying. I told you I accepted what's going on in here. But I'm explaining when I had to go into this film, what I had to let go of. This is what I'm going into. This is what I had to let go of to accept the logic of this film. I had to let go of the fact that for some reason that's not explained, there are no jet fighters being used, even though in this kind of combat, aerial combat would be essential. If you're not going to be doing the killing moves for being pestering flies to annoy the fucking creatures, while the Jaeger can have some of the heat taken off his back. Most of the shit that's going on with the Jaegers wouldn't be happening if they had backup with jet fighters. So you kind of let it go. You have to let go of this shit. I did. I let go of it, and I said, let's just let his internal logic take us somewhere. Now, what I'm curious about is he just went to Toho last month. If you didn't know about this, in September. And the reason why I believe was mentioned earlier in the year, back in January, because he again came up with, I would love to see my intellectual property crossover into the Godzilla territory. Ooh. And basically what he was told by the folks over there at Legendary, you've got to talk to the people. We're all for it, but it's not up to us. It's also up to Toho. So I believe his visit in September was to see if they could make this happen.
In my opinion.
And okay, go ahead.
No,
and I'll get back to what I was talking about.
Okay.
All right. So the thing with, them doing this is, yes, it may be more money in the pocket, but it does kind of move into an area that I felt that Godzilla needed to go into anyway. Why we keep doing Godzilla Kong is really annoying. I would like to have Kong movies, and I would like to have like 1 or 2 Kong movies between them doing team ups again, rather than every film they make is the team up between these two. And there's other shit that could be going on where we're not getting really cool kaiju battles between one and the other. And then like eventually do a film where there's this massive team up. And because that's how Toho would do it. You know, they would do these films to get these other critters going in their films, especially during the Showa era. Now, I'm not saying that Showa era was great. It was, but it had some fucked up shit in it, like Flying Godzilla, some really, really weird shit. Well, Godzilla, if I understand, they would be there to team up with Godzilla, most likely.
They would be decoys.
Because so far I've watched the second film. The second film, you just don't even bother watching it. They said, because basically it was supposed to be, and there was an interesting plot for the second one. And, but somebody at Legendary didn't pay the bill. There was a 5 p.m. shutoff on payment for the studio they needed to shoot at. And they didn't make the payment in time. So they lost the studio. And Legendary turns around and tells Del Toro, well, no problem. We'll just shoot in China. And Del Toro's response to Legendary was, what do you mean, we white man? I'm going to go make my Shape of Water movie now by contract. You guys fucked up, and I'm not going to do this. So they had to dump his story and come up with a whole new one because they said, no problem, we can do this. They made it, and it flopped, killing the franchise. And that's why we've never gotten a third film. And Del Toro basically said he wasn't really interested in doing a third film. But what he was interested in, this is since 2014, is in a crossover with Godzilla. And because there is a connection of one studio, it was really potentially there. Everybody was up for the idea. And the problem is Toho. So, like I said, in September, for some reason, a dream come true for that guy. I mean, he's a fucking, multimillionaire. So, the guy owns a fucking house with amazing fucking Boris Karloff sculpts and all kinds of shit in that fucking house of horrors that he lives in, which I'd love to live in. But his little boy dream came true. He got to go to Toho Studios. He got to hold the Oxygen Destroyer. If you watch the original film, it's not Destroyer, it's Destroyer. And he got to hold Jaguar Robot's head.
Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar.
And I'm like, that's fantastic. But nothing else was said. And I think he's keeping it close to the vest. Because right now, for me, Godzilla is dead. Kong is dead. They did it wrong. And worse than that, they did it, and this is why you need to be careful. They went absolutely LGBTQ with the last one, with all the fucking violet and purple and just colors that
rainbow colors. Yes,
it's dance club colors, and it's really fucking stupid what they did. And also, the writing was really bad, and for the humans.
I think they need to keep these properties separate anyway. If you want giant robots in Godzilla, just add Mecha Godzilla. I mean,
which has been beaten, so
Yeah, Mecha Godzilla was there, but he wasn't really Mecha Godzilla. I like this scene. I'll pause it for a second because I like when he's with his son and he's walking along the beach looking for metal, and then all of a sudden it just starts reading, and he lifts it up, and he's still getting a reading up in the air, and then he looks out, and here comes one of these giant Jaegers walking onto the beach. That was absolutely one of my favorite moments.
You left out that just before that happens, the son was bitching and complaining that he always has to go along and they never find anything cool. That thing shows up.
Well, then they find a toy robot in the sand. One of them from when I was a kid. And by the way, it's the exact one that they do an homage to in this movie. Because when I was a kid, my favorite one was the toy robot that walked so many steps and then it would stop and then flaps would open up on his chest and the laser cannons would go. It would light up. Some of them shot sparks out.
Yep.
And but those were considered dangerous, so they just had the light up ones eventually. And that is the robot that they find. The one with the opening door. And they have a robot, a Jaeger, in this that has the chest that opens up just like that with the multi-cannons in the chest. And I'm like, I know exactly what this movie was about. It's not just a passionate love for Kaiju. This was a movie that was a passionate love to the toys of the 60s. And that's really what it is. And so I kind of appreciate that as a kid who grew up in the 60s. Okay, I did not mind Godzilla's purple coloring. I did. That completely went against character. And Toho's still involved with it. Like how that got a greenlit, I don't know. Because that's not the colors that Godzilla has. Also, when he starts going overpowered, it's bright fucking red. They show it in the film once. And then they start going all lavender. And it looked like some sort of Bed Bath and Beyond fucking Godzilla. And I'm like, no, thank you. So I just, I did not like that at all.
You're just a blue supremacist.
I am.
Racist.
There's only one woman with multicolored hair that I will be friends with, and that's Joe's wife.
There you go. Thank you.
Although the first thing I ever said is like, who's the crazy blue-haired bitch?
Who's the crazy blue-haired bitch you got in your house?
She always goes with one color, though, right?
No. She changed it.
No. I mean, one color at a time.
At a time.
one color at a time.
That's
That's all she ever does.
Yeah,
because you said multicolored. That's like
it's a long process, man. She's got because she really her natural hair color is dark brunette, so she has to bleach it first.
And green. I've seen blue, green, and orange.
Football season is always a version of either blue or green because she's a Miami Dolphins fan.
Oh, so it's the colors are seasonal.
Yeah, they are.
Nice.
I think it's usually around summertime she changes it to orange or red. Just depends on how she feels. But that
was for you, Joe.
Was bad Godzilla movie. Kong was the big picture. Yeah. Well, I gave up after Godzilla versus Kong anyway. That movie, it was Transformers meets The Core meets a couple of other movies, and the other movies did it better. Yeah,
I do want to point it out that two of the main characters in this, one's an American playing an Aussie, and the other one's an Englishman playing an American, which I find funny.
Yeah.
Because the kid from Sons of Anarchy is English.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Elba. Max Martini is American. And by the way, he is a graduate of the Dale Dye School of being military hard ass.
Yeah.
And I like that. I love seeing movies with guys that graduated from Dale's military training. I had a friend, by the way, who is also the star of my book, Kurt Yeager, who is in Sons of Anarchy. And he's the guy with the peg leg in the show because it's a real peg leg. And he and his buddy get tricked into going into a trailer with Ron Perlman's character. And they walk in and they're expecting to kill some dude and he's not there. They're like, hey, man, he's not here. And Ron Perlman goes, I know. And then shoots both of them and kills them. That was the end of my buddy being on Sons of Anarchy.
Nice.
I like the breaking up here to show the logo. I thought that was cool. Nice logo reveal.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, nice beaver.
Nice beaver. It's different. Well, they've established it a few times and over the years. And I kind of liked it the first time you got a hint of it in this franchise until they decided to go purple with him. And I'm like, I'm out. Yeah, Burning Godzilla. Love Burning Godzilla. The purple was more natural buildup from radiation instead of a massive hit from nuclear weapon. Yeah, but they changed the colors. Like his spines.
Much better.
And the blue looks so much better. Purple looks weird. And absolutely, I'm going to tell you now, their choice had nothing to do with aesthetics. It had to do with putting colors to remind people of other colors that are used for specific kinds of movies. And that was when they kind of went with the woke movement, the DEI thing, and it hurt the storytelling and the writing.
I forgot this guy was working on building the wall before they recruited him, wasn't he?
Re-recruited.
Well, when they re-recruited him, yeah.
Now
he lost his brother and went to work there.
Right.
It's not my intention to trigger anyone here, but again, I saw pink. I didn't saw purple. I saw it pink. What can I say? You did too, Joe. Don't do that.
Yeah, I did, but I gave up on it because it does trigger him, man. Yeah,
I didn't understand any of it because you're laughing.
He saw pink. He didn't see purple.
Where
in that last Godzilla movie?
There is pink. What ends up happening when you start to add the white to these colors, it begins to thin out, and you end up with pink. And I'm going to trust me recognizing colors over the two of you because I'm the one who makes a living coloring. Okay? I know how to mix colors for art.
You played right into his hand, Gary. You played right into his hand.
No, I'm not triggered by it. I'm not mad. I'm just like letting you know. I don't give a shit what you guys say. I know what I know. He's building a wall.
That's a nice incentive to be on a panel.
Yeah. It was pinkish purple. What are we talking about here?
Pinkish purple.
Oh, the wall. Okay. Yeah, Trump's would have been rust red because it would have been metal with no paint on it.
That thing with the wall is the most stupid thing in the whole
I could
movie.
see Trump going to the wall going, I really like the color. How'd you get it that color? Did you paint it?
Such a good
wall.
Left it out.
We just left it out in the water.
Huge.
Because of the humidity. And it's got metal in it, so it rusts. It's got steel in it. Iron.
Especially
real quick,
real
quick before I get out of here, I got to go get Mom. I got to tell you, my favorite character in this is Idris Elba's character.
Yes, it is.
I love him.
This is back when we could still like him.
Yes.
Before he got stupid in public and said that London has to do something about having more control over knives, including kitchen knives.
Oh, good Lord.
And I'm like, we've lost Idris Elba. Repeat, we have lost Idris Elba.
No. We lost him way before that. When he went all Kingsman saying that the global warming is the planet trying to kill the humans because we are a disease. I said, that's Samuel L. Jackson's line. What the fuck?
What are we talking about? When did he
No. When he said the COVID was the world trying to heal from the human infection.
When did he say that?
He went full-blown Kingsman.
COVID.
Yeah. All right, I got to go. You guys be good.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
So again, I didn't hear you. When did he say that?
During COVID, in an interview. Said that
I don't remember. I try not to watch interviews with celebrities because that's where they get ruined.
Yep, exactly.
Andy's here. What's up, Andy?
Because you said the wall is a stupid idea, Martin, they learned that quickly.
Wait.
And I said that in the first scene where you see them on the wall. That how is that going to stop them?
Wait, that was a stupid idea from the beginning of the whole thing. If you see what Kaijus do to build the whole series, what makes you think a wall is going to stop it?
I know.
It was ridiculous because there's no science behind the wall. You have to do, this is where computers really come in handy because you can do 3D models and do testings based off of physics, because physics is essential to know if a wall can withstand something. And so they should have shown that they had done the research that we need the wall to be built this thick and even thicker. The taller it goes, it has to be this thick. And it has to be pretty much not solid, but with catacombs inside. So if part of it crushes, it doesn't break the rest of the wall, that it just caves in that one location. And that's a location where they have other technology which refills the structure. That one area that broke up, it's temporarily repaired. I'm going to tell you, nobody sat down to explain shit to Del Toro. Del Toro went at this as a guy who doesn't know shit about how to do things.
About nothing.
He's just he's just writing off of love for.
It's a popcorn movie. I don't expect
even if the wall can withstand. What's the plan? Kaijus are going to be appearing. We have a huge collection of Kaiju outside the wall. Good luck to international trading.
Yep.
Well, this movie, nothing in this movie makes
sense. And this is one of the things that I did like that they finally explained in the film, is that when his brother died, he was still connected to him. So part of his brother is still stuck inside of his head. And it ends up sabotaging his first time back in the cockpit with the young, I forgot her name. Boki?
Mako, I think.
Mako. Like the shark.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit. You can't. They never trust the government that wants an unarmed society. They're up to something. Just telling you. And we're seeing it happen right now, live from the United Kingdom. We're seeing it from Ireland. Are the crew going to make another Kingsman movie? That last one, I don't think did very well, did it?
No, I think that franchise is dead, at least for a while.
Let me go take a peek real quick. Kingsman 3, also known as the Blue
Even though
Blood.
I heard that the last one, the third one, was way better than the second one. It was a low bar, but it suffered.
I like the World War I stuff.
Yeah, what I think is it suffered from the bad taste that the second one left in public's mouth.
Yeah, that one is called The King's Man, and I actually liked part of it. Fourth film, Argyle, was released in 2024 and is set within the same universe.
But it may be in the same universe, but it's not as bad.
Well, it doesn't have the title, but it is part of the franchise. Kingsman: The Blue Blood was announced and is in pre-production right now, I guess.
Oh, good for them.
And I can't stand any of the films.
I like the first one.
I almost liked the King's Man, and then it got stupid at the end, and I went, "Nah, I'm out." Boy, you want to talk about disappointment with his and Guy Ritchie's King Arthur film. Oh my
God.
gosh.
Yeah.
But then Guy Ritchie turned around and made a really good film with him in it called The Englishman or The Gentleman, which I really liked that movie. And I've still only gotten to watch 2 episodes of the TV series, which was really good. Yeah, she is gorgeous, and she can actually act.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that movie. I still haven't seen it, Tokyo Vice. Sometimes if he gets things done quickly, he comes back and rejoins us. And once again, I want to point out too, like every single time this thing would open, they would have had probes down there watching, and that would have been the first thing. The minute that the Kaiju is being occupied in one place, they would have ships and stuff going to that portal, trying to set up ways of monitoring it better and figuring out it takes them later to figure out that there's a barcode on one of these things when they come through, and they can only go through if they have that code. Somebody would have figured that out. I mean, I don't know. This is written by somebody who was passionate about something but didn't take the time to
think twice,
to think about the physics, the science, the tech. It's all about the looking cool. And I got to tell you, this film,
it works.
Coming out in 2013 cool. Is gorgeous.
Still.
And I
not on 2013, still looks good.
I mean, yes, it looks good today. And the way he decided to use lighting that was physically there rather than with like how are things lit at night in a Godzilla movie? It doesn't make sense. But the way he does is he shows like there are helicopters hovering around the battles. So you get these floodlights on them. And I just love the way it looked. Yeah, she's super gorgeous.
Yeah, she is. Oh, yeah.
The thing about sending ships down there is the visibility is 0. So they wouldn't see anything anyway. Yes,
And I will point out.
You do have sensors down there to tell them that another one has just come out. I guess
Yeah, but if you can get sensors down there, they would be doing heavy research on this stuff. I mean, these are things that are important to fucking find out.
You have people doing research. The Funny Geek.
They're not very good at it. They're terrible.
He's not.
Yeah, they don't. He's not even brought into it. Yeah, him and his weird buddy. They're both fucking nerds. And there he is, right there. This guy usually plays a villain. It's kind of nice to see him play someone that's not a fucking villain, because he's always a fucking villain. Because he looks like one.
With a face like that.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, he's even the villain in the Godfather movie. Miniseries. He's the guy that's the head of the company, that Gulf Western, that owns the studio. And he's German. And so he does a German accent the way an Englishman would do a German accent. That is the way we do things. You know, and so, but he's great in it because he wants to destroy Robert Evans, you know, and bring him down. But he's making him so much money, and he hates him because he's a real creative type that got put in charge of a studio. And he was brilliant. I mean, but I keep pointing out, you know, Kathleen Kennedy lays one turd after another, not fired. But Robert Evans, man, guy just kept laying golden eggs, and they still wanted to fire him. So the studio system's all fucked up today. If you can't do your fucking job, but you're the gender that can't be fired, they won't fire you. So Kathleen Kennedy kept her fucking job only because she was a woman, not because of anything she did. She cost that studio so much money. Lucasfilm is still in the red. Let me put that into your head. Since they spent that $4.5 billion to buy Lucasfilm, they have still not turned a profit with Lucasfilm. That's 10 years ago. And so, what was that last comment? Why didn't they use their resources to make better laser weapons instead of? Yeah, look, you're asking.
Because Guillermo wasn't hand-to-hand combat. He wanted hand-to-hand combat. That's it.
He wanted to make a movie, and instead of creating a world where this is what they're forced to do, because I would have had the EMP thing take place at the beginning, showing that we have to completely go the way that they do in the movie. Analog. They have to have things work old school with diesel. And boy, that would have explained so many things right at the beginning.
No, it makes sense though that they did it that way, because that shows that they learn, they adapt.
I don't want
by having them attack normally at first, and then
there's no argument with what I just said, Martin.
Yes,
what would you have a problem? So you get knocked into the Stone Age, and you're forced to use machinery that can't be damaged by EMPs.
Yes, that is a good idea.
That's what I fucking said.
Yeah, except that it was done badly because there is no way all those systems are an analog.
No, I didn't say that's what they did. I said you frustrate me sometimes when you try to make an argument that is not against what I said. I don't know how to argue against that because you're not arguing with me.
Let it run. Let it run.
I paused on an image because I wanted to show something, but I'm assuming you play again. Okay, never mind.
What did you want to show?
I was finding it so I could show it, and I'm just not going to bother now.
Okay, look for it. Look for it.
This was the look that they were going for with this. Open image in a new tab. Here we go. And see if you know what movie this is.
Scott Pilgrim.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. They were giving her that Japanese look. And they were trying to make her look the way she's designed in this, but with different colored hair. But that kind of bob hairstyle looks really good on women. Specifically women with that shaped face. And I got to tell you, I've always wondered if she has like either Russian or possibly Icelandic or something with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, because there's something that looks just a little Asian with her, with the shape of her eyes and her face. There's Max Martini, man. Fucking love that dude. He has made a career out of making movies for veterans when he goes out and produces his own stuff. It's always pro-soldier. He made one that was really good about a guy that comes back from war and rides around in his motorcycle. It's Harley. It's all about dealing with his PTSD. The drama. Hey, is IMDb back up yet, or is it still down?
I think still down.
Oh, yeah. Now it's 502 bad gateway. Nothing's loading. Holy shit.
They are still busy fixing Fortnite.
I just picture Andy like really tiny to me and just hammering my chest. Leave me alone, you big brute.
Like me, you mean?
Yeah, like anima sized. I think you just did twice, Gary, but you said this was supposed to be steampunk. It's clearly steampunk in its design. I don't think it is steampunk, but he wanted it to look steampunk because he likes that shit, man. Hey,
that's a good
Memphis
choice, man. That's a good choice. You can never go wrong with chili.
Yeah, I love chili. I like Texas style. My favorite. That on cornbread. Southern style cornbread.
I hate cornbread.
Then I will eat all of it when I make it.
It's too sweet. I don't want bread that's sweet.
Well, cornbread's not sweet. Southern style cornbread is. I like the use of different styles.
Well, I tried the one that we get in Europe, and it was
sometimes it's Kindo. I love the use of the martial arts styles here and how it translates from the individual fighting to the way the Jaegers fight. I just like that. Mori. I like that last name too.
And it looks good what she does. She pulls that off.
Well, she is actually doing something to where she can beat a male. And that's one thing I wanted to point out. He used, how would a woman fight a man? She would keep her distance and rely on strikes of the weapon.
It's not a fight, though. He says that. This is not about fighting. This is about how we connect, like, can tell the next
You can
move.
say that, but no, it's a fight. It's about skill, using your skill to win the day. Avoiding having to do
It's
too
not
many
me
strikes.
saying that. He said that.
I know, but it's
before they
wrong.
started.
It's wrong. As somebody that fought all three different styles of pugilistic fighting, from boxing to martial arts to even hand-to-hand and weapon combat. It's just, I'm telling you, what he should say in a combat, because it's called combat. Combat means fighting, and combat training means your goal. Oh yeah, Anima called it right there.
What?
The bloody nose.
Oh yeah. It's the rule. When you see a character with a bloody nose in movies, they are fucked. And it's the same rule for stage. When somebody's coughing in the first act, he dies in the third. Same thing.
God, the kaiju action in this movie is amazing.
And the way the kaiju look.
Hey, Daryl. Love those pictures, dude. I showed him after you split. I showed the photos of the armada of fucking tanks and tank destroyer and shit. God, that stuff was cool. So, the rule of the military is you prepare your next war for the last one you fought. It's how all our militaries work. And the United States, when I joined up, everything was jungle warfare. And what did we do? Desert warfare. And now what do we do when we train? We train for desert warfare. Looking really cool, dude. You should promote your stuff on our channel, man. I like it. Hi, Martin. I can't text too much. Sorry. I need my hand. What's the other one doing?
Phrasing? What do you need the hand for? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just
He's
one
cooking.
hand.
What do you say here?
He's cooking while lurking.
He's lurking while cooking. Yeah, it doesn't sound good either way.
Nope.
Yeah, this is absolutely, you got to check your brain at the door.
It's a popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's a film where you just accept it and go with it. Sort of like that poor girl that's getting ready to do one of those gnarly scenes in a porn. Just let it happen.
Hello, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Oh, he added the S for plural. Oh, Mephisto. Man. Yeah, I've taken a lot of Benadryl and I'm really sleepy again. The only thing about Benadryl, it usually doesn't make me too sleepy, but I've taken a lot. I'm taking it every 4 hours now. They go, don't take more than 6 times a day. Fuck you. I'm going to take it more than 6 times a day.
You freaked Zoe out by the amount that you take, too. That was on normal days.
Freaked who out?
Zoe, your daughter. She's like, you're not supposed to take that much. I remember that phone call.
2 tablets for my body mass, 2 tablets every 4 to 6 hours. not to exceed more than 6 in a day. And it's like, I'm going to exceed like this. I'm going to exceed that. In fact, it's stupid of you to even suggest I shouldn't, because that shit's, I'm going to exceed it.
Didn't suggest anything.
No, I'm not talking about you when I say you. I'm talking about the universal you. When people, never mind. Oh,
I think Gambit wants to see the polar bear again.
Too bad.
You have to understand him. He doesn't have IMDb to play with.
Still too bad. Or like Don says, tough cookies.
Yeah, I love when he says that.
oh, he looks like an old lady there.
Yeah, this is
I
where
never
she freaks
quite.
out.
Well, yeah, he triggers it.
Yeah. And she goes right back to her childhood trauma.
Because of the fact that his brother died still in his head. And that moment triggers her to do it.
Because she
does.
watched her family die, yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Luther. I still haven't seen the last movie he did for Luther. I don't know. It had gone on so long that it was now into the DEI BBC, so I just assumed it was going to be bad. And I got to tell you, England, Great Britain, all of Great Britain and Ireland are not populated. The people they have as law enforcement aren't real cops. They're jackboots. And they drove the real cops out. They sent them out into retirement, early retirement, and just they left. And because if you did not fall into lockstep with them, you didn't fit, which is why you keep seeing cops going to people's doors to demand their phone for social media posts, and the cops looking like, well, I'm a cop, do what I said. It's like, no, a real cop wouldn't do this, because they would be more about stopping the government, because what you're doing is a crime. So why couldn't the trans-dimensional being send like a dozen monsters through or so? Yeah, I never understood the way their technology worked. Seemed to me you would just want to flood this world with all these kaiju and give them nothing to do.
Like we said, don't look for
Overwhelm
logic
them.
in this. Just have fun with it.
I will always love rewatching Blazing Saddles, 1974. Yeah, it's classic, dude. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
There you go. Yeah. Where's it at? There it is. I just saw it. Do the snorty. Yeah, see, you fall in with that question, you fall in line with what Martin and I were talking about, with all the shit that makes no sense within this universe.
Well, to be honest, we don't even need laser guns. We have hyper thermobaric bombs. We have tactical nuclear tomahawks. We have everything to grind them to dust at a safe distance.
Yep. Yeah, people don't, when they hear tactical nukes, they think, oh my God, this is wide yield. No, it's low yield. It's low yield atomics.
And
They're safe.
underwater is even more destructive. So I don't see the point of Jaegers.
But without the Jaegers, we wouldn't have this beautiful woman on screen right now. So So thank God for Jaegers. Anima liked the fact that they called them Jaegers.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Why would they use a German word? But it's fun.
Well, if they had shown that it was a German scientist, it would have made sense.
Yeah, well. But anyway, Jäger is the German word for hunter. I just got tickled because they used it.
I think maybe he discovered the word in a bottle of Jägermeister.
Maybe.
By the way, I did like something that they talked about called the neural handshake, because it's really what it is. And I'm like, I like that he used terminology in the film like that. I did like that. I also kind of like, because I'm not a big Ron Perlman fan, because he's a real cunt in real life. And he ruined my love for him by opening his fucking big, ugly mouth. And yes, ugly. I mean, my God, his high school picture, I guarantee you what was written underneath was single most likely to play a monster on screen and not have to wear much makeup. They do that in America, most likely to, if you guys don't know that in high school. I guess it's
We
mostly
have
an American
nothing
thing.
alike, so.
Yeah. In America, there's always this thing, most likely to succeed, most likely to fail, most likely to become an actor, most likely to become a doctor. And for his was most likely to play a monster on screen and not have to wear makeup.
That's weird.
Because he's got an ugly face. I mean, Hellboy, they threw pretty much like a chin and fucking horns on him.
Yeah, no.
And some
Didn't
red
need much for
makeup.
that.
The rest with his face. His first big movie was Quest for Fire. He was a caveman.
He was in
Again,
Conan too, right?
No,
what? No.
no.
He was in
Oh.
Blade 2, which was directed by Guillermo del Toro.
I haven't seen that.
This guy looks so much like Milo Gibson. It's weird.
Who?
Milo Gibson. It's Mel Gibson's son.
Oh.
Yeah, again, this is fighting. They're just doing
He's an
left
asshole.
clicks.
He is such an asshole.
Oh, yeah. Even his own dad says he is. I
Yeah.
like that. Apologize.
What Conan reboot there about Brewer? That is not.
Oh,
a Conan
yeah. There was
reboot.
supposed to be. No,
That is-
this one was supposed to be good. He was in the game. And the game was pretty good. And the game was supposed to lead into a new series. And it just didn't happen. It fell through. Why? Because DEI. It was supposed to go on at Amazon. And the person that took over was the same person in charge of Wheel of Time and the Lord of the Rings bullshit. Same person. And said that Conan was too masculine
What?
and canceled it. Yeah. Yeah, Arnold was attached at one point to finally do King Conan. That fell through. And I blame DEI for all of it. That's what all this shit was going on. This little girl, God, I actually got emotional watching her. Good little actor.
Yeah, she's great.
What Conan reboot?
Oh, that
Jason
was
Momoa?
awful. Yeah, just yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Oh,
What?
That's-
I made the mistake. I made the mistake of seeing that movie, and my review was its movie felt like it was written by some 11-year-olds that didn't know how real men talked, but wrote what they thought real men talk like. And they forgot the big rule with Conan. Less talk. more action.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Conan doesn't talk much. He's a man of few words. He's a man of action. And if he says something, it's important. And what do? They got Jason Momoa riding around on his fucking horse, talking like a 16-year-old girl on fucking prom night. Just not breathing, just fucking talking all the time. Oh my God, that movie was so fucking bad. And I can't unsee it. Because I thought Jason Momoa looks like the artwork.
Yep.
And I loved him, man. I watched Atlantis. I fucking loved this dude. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the right guy to play a Sumerian. Oh my God, they made him gay.
What the fuck?
No, he's not gay.
He's still attracted to women. He just won't shut the fuck up. Talks all the time. I fucking hated that movie so much. The only thing I hated almost as much as that fucking movie was, before I even go to that, the other thing I hate about that movie is the fact that it chose the exact same name, Conan the Barbarian. So if you look up Conan the Barbarian, you don't get what you're looking for. Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
But the other movie was The Prince of Persia. Was almost as bad. And I don't blame the kid. It's these fucking people that they hire that are terrible writers. That game was fun, Prince of Persia. And I heard it was going to be a film, and I liked the kid. I'm a big fan of Donnie Darko. It is one of my favorite films about string theory that uses it correctly.
You don't even like string theory.
No, I don't think it's what it is. I think that the problem with string theory is it can't be tested in any way. And there are other theories that can be, but the king of physics says you're not allowed to talk about anything else but string theory. So I'd say his name, but you're not supposed to say his name in public. Because if people found out that he was the king of physics, then everybody would get, and he's still alive. The guy's been around for forever. When he dies is when we're going to see growth in physics again. So until then, we got string theory and then movies fucking it up left and right. Marvel, their idea of how string theory works is so fucking goofy. Yeah, you can have different people playing the same character. No, that's not how string theory works, you dumb motherfucker. It's that if you sneeze at this moment, and then at that same moment when you're supposed to sneeze, you don't sneeze, you just splintered into a new time. And it just keeps getting layered upon layer because things that are supposed to happen don't happen. Happens in this one, doesn't always happen in the others. And it splits. And it's infinite. It's so infinite that if this were real, it would clog the universe, which is the problem a lot of physicists have with this. It's like, you couldn't fit that many layers. It would be so fucking thick that it would be impossible. We would absolutely be going into each other's fuck. And that's why some people go, well, that's the Mandela effect. Fuck off. Mandela effect. It's Bernstein Bears. That's how I've always fucking remembered it. Aren't they artifices meant to reconcile certain aspects of math and physics? Yeah, but they don't work because they create their own problems. And nobody wants to address the problems they create. Marvel had a chance to have some real fun with that. And they chose, we're going to use stuff from science, but not use real science to show how it works. This gives us a chance to have multiple actors playing one character. And I'm like, oh my God, that is not how physics works. You dumb motherfucker. Fuck, I hate Kevin Feige.
Dude, they have a big physics problem with Hulk. So,
First of all, you got an actor that is, people go, he's a really good actor. No, he's not. He hasn't made a good movie since that movie he did with Vincent D'Onofrio back around 2000. And that movie was saved because of Vincent D'Onofrio. Let me go see what that movie was. The Brothers something.
well, I like him in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind,
I don't like that movie.
but it's
Not for
perfect.
you. It's perfectly not good. Actually, it's a good film. I'm just fucking around. The only thing good about Mark Ruffalo is his face makes for a good Hulk. Was it Vincent D'Onofrio? Maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of. No, it's the actor with the big nose from the Predators.
Brody? Adrian Brody?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said big nose and yeah. Adrian Brody.
The Brothers Bloom was the last thing I saw Mark Ruffalo in where he was actually enjoyable on screen. And I did enjoy that film. I enjoyed that fucking movie. Adrian Brody shocked me with Predators.
Yeah.
Why?
I went in thinking, oh, this is going to be fucking awful. I like that fucking movie. I really
Because-
prefer the, I don't know if the fan cut or director's cut, where you get more explanation on the, Lawrence Fishburne's character.
I didn't know there was another.
Because there was more.
movie.
There was more to his character and shit that he was doing.
Now I need to find it. And anime is because I think this was his first action movie. He had always played, and he bulked up because he was gaunt, and he hit the gym, and his whole demeanor, the character's nature was a
What
big
are you two
departure.
talking about? What are we talking about real quick?
Why did he surprise you on Predators?
Oh, yeah, because he's a dramatic actor. Absolutely. And this guy is like known for doing drama. And he fucking goes into a film that's an action film. And when he fucking went shirtless, I was like, this fucking guy wanted this movie. And that really warmed my heart that he wanted this. And he fucking bulked up and fuck, man, he was good in that movie. That whole movie was great. My favorite scene is the samurai scene. Because you have people from different like eras that are sent to this fucking planet to be hunted by predators. And the one dude goes fucking weapon to weapon with that fucking predator, man. And he did his damage. It was fucking good. To me, I think it was better than Predator 2.
Yes. by many orders of magnitude.
And I love the play on the word predator. because one of the characters that got sent there is a sexual predator.
Well, they are all predators.
They're all predators of some sort. Exactly. The one guy's a merc, and his job is to go out and do H&K, hunt and kill missions. That's Brody's character. He's military. I thoroughly enjoyed that film. And by the way, the other film this reminds me of is Robo-Jocks. I like that movie. I think Charles Band and Full Moon Pictures made some really good stuff on the next to zero budget. And it was old school animation. And they used Go Motion style animation.
I like old school.
Hi, Vakeman's girl.
Hi, Bitman's girl.
Oh, wait, I missed this one again. But which one are you talking about here? Music score, nostalgic style. Oh, it was released in July 12th, 2013 in 3D, Real 3D, IMAX 3D, and 40X. 40X means it was converted to porn and receiving generally positive reviews from critics who praise its performance, direction, storyline, access. Absolutely. Look, this movie is fun to watch. It's fun to watch, but it hurts my brain. And so I have to turn my brain off so it stops hurting, because there's so many things that needed to be addressed in the writing that easily could have been addressed and dealt with through writing.
Yeah,
And,
I kind of expected that when I saw the gigantic robot fighting Kaiju thing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to just check my brain.
But then you
lean
just
back and have fun.
checked your brain and you had a blast. And I loved your reactions to some of the scenes. Like, because you heard me like going, I'm like, fuck. And you're like, I know. And you're like laughing. And
it was really fun to watch.
but it's this his sometimes disdain about worrying about like physics and shit that worries me about Frankenstein. Even though I do love Del Toro, man. I do. I fucking love his stuff. His Hellboy films, oh, I fucking loved him. He should have got a third film and closed it out. Liked where he was going. But I would have liked the third one to have actually been a horror film.
He's incapable of that.
Because I liked the attempt they made with what's his name? Another fucking lefty. No, the other Hellboy.
Oh no.
I liked the general idea of it, and I watched it, and I'm like, God, you guys had such a good idea, and you went nowhere with it. Baba Yaga, fuck, man, this could have been really good. But this new one, I still haven't watched. I've been told by other Hellboy fans going, no, it's good.
Yeah, this is
scary.
pure Hellboy. It's like Hellboy's.
It's the closest thing to the comic that they've gotten. And I love the comics. I mean, I'd given up comics, and Dark Horse brought me back. Kind of. I just really liked what they did. I liked Dark Horse. And, I owe it all to Dark Horse Presents, if anybody remembers that, back in the 90s.
No, I didn't see that.
It was one of the best comic books out there. And you had 3 stories per comic, short stories. And they would just really engage. Then you'd see the other artwork. And I remember, and I said this to Dave when we had him on. I said, I remember I picked up the first fucking comic with you, that you did was, I can't remember, was it Dark Empire? It was one of them with Luke Skywalker. And I picked up that comic book at my favorite comic shop and looked at that artwork. I said, this fucking Drew Struzan stealing motherfucker. How dare he? How dare he paint like Drew? I was so aggravated with his artwork when I first started seeing it. And he did Predator versus Aliens. He did all kinds of stuff. And I hated him at first. And then it grew on me. And now I'm friends with him. And he thought that was funny that I resented him at first. Because, and we talked about it. We were both students of Drew Struzan. Well, one thing that we do better than foreign films is a lot of our endings are better. The French ruined storytelling by making every film a downer ending. And it's like, look, man, I agree with you. The odds are against you to end with a happy thing, but it's okay to occasionally do it. Stop rejecting it wholly. It's too American. It's like, suck it. Suck it. And even the French early on had happy endings. I mean, have you ever seen?
They do like that dark endings, though. The French.
It's Jean-Luc Godard. I'm trying to remember who did Beauty and the Beast. The Beast, the Belle. It's Jean-Luc Godard, right? Isn't that who did it?
Le Bête et la Belle.
Le Bête et la Belle. Is it that way? Okay, I thought it was the other way. I love that fucking
male,
movie.
La is female. So yeah, Bête is Le. And Belle is La.
Quickly answer the question if you know it.
I'm looking it up.
That was, it is to this day my favorite version of Beauty and the Beast. There are horror elements to it. See, this film could have been even so much more because they could have had flying kaiju all over the place and having to have, special flying fighters made just to deal with these things. And you could have had like Marvel style aircraft carriers in the sky launching because it was the safest place to launch from. Peter North happy ending?
2014 movie, Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Yeah, that's
the
the
one
that
with
keeps
Vincent
coming up.
Cassel.
It came out either 47 or 54, right in that area.
Well, my favorite version yet is the one with Vincent Cassel. Oh my god.
Jean Cocteau.
Jean Cocteau. I fucking love that movie. That guy's fantasy is scary. He's walking down a hallway of torches being held up by hands, and they move, and it was so fucking creepy.
Well, that whole castle is cursed. All the people who work there are turned into objects by that spell that turns him into the beast.
I found it. Also, I love the makeup in that movie. He looked like Chewbacca. Look at the photos from the movie of his face. He has a cat-like face, but it's very much designed like Chewbacca.
Gigantic whiskers, according to that poster here.
Yeah, he's designed to look like a cat. Yeah, that's a painting, and it really, I love that painting. I love that movie. If it's on, I will fucking stop what I'm doing, watch it. And by the way, I feel sorry for anybody who doesn't get this joke. I just want to say, a girl that parties with him may as well refer to that as a bukkake party.
Why? Just why?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I've heard that. I despised, and it wasn't until I got into the countryside that I started liking the French. Parisians just good God. If I met one that I could have liked, they were so fucking snobbish and pretentious in everything they did. And the one time I had an experience in Paris that wasn't feeling like that was with prostitutes. That because I had a hotel room when I was a kid with my dad in Pigalle, which is the red light district. And the cops were nice. And there was this restaurant we ate at where the husband and wife yelled at each other from one side of the restaurant to the other. And it seemed like that meal was going to end in a murder. And it really did. It really felt, and I got nervous. And I kept talking to my dad. I said, maybe we should go. He goes, no, everything's just fine. I'm like, she's in the kitchen yelling at him. He's out there serving food, yelling shit back at her. Almost like he's Italian because he used his hands a lot with her. Throwing his hands out very. Judging the French by Paris is like judging the USA. No, you really kind of expect it because it's so bad in Paris. And then I got to the countryside and it's so fucking different. And I never wanted to leave Versailles. It was so beautiful. And the people were so nice, shop owners. And even if they didn't speak much English, they would try. The French,
They hate English.
Even Parisians, if they even speak English, will say they don't because they're such pricks. And there's a difference between being a dick and being a prick. They not only sound different, even though they describe the same organ. The fact is, when it comes to personalities, dicks are just guys who don't put up with other people's bullshit. Pricks are people who put out bullshit. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like it's a difference between night and day in the countryside. Verdun, I went there. I even went to the French portion of I just forgot the name of it. Because you have the Italian, you have the French. It's where all the gambling casinos are. Casino Royale.
Monaco?
Monaco. And that is where the movie the Bedtime Story with David Niven and Marlon Brando and Debbie Reynolds takes place. And in the remake, it's the same place with Michael Caine, Steve Martin, and oh my God, the beautiful redhead who's dead now. She died. What was that movie called? Martin, do you remember?
I'm sorry.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I want to do both movies. I own both movies, so I would love to do both films. Like on a Friday, do the original, and then on Saturday, do the remake. Frank Oz did a fantastic job with that film. Oh my God, for a second there, when I wasn't looking at the screen, and I only saw the screen through the corner of my eye, the close-up of this that's coming up looks like Fade from Dune, where they cut the close-up of him right here.
But well,
Yeah,
I'm
we just
looking up
completely
here.
ignored that amazing scene where the baby kaiju eats the ugly guy, and you're like, ha,
Okay,
yeah, he's gone.
let's talk about that. Yeah, because like I kept sitting there going, why are they fucking hanging out around his mouth? Why are they having this conversation
because
right
they think
next
it's
to his
dead.
Which of course, as a writer, I'm like, of course that thing's not dead. It's going to eat somebody. And it does. It grabs Ron Perlman.
It has the umbilical cord wrapped around its neck, and it really does look like it died there.
Yeah. Although I've watched French films like Truffaut's I watch a lot of fucking 400 Blows is really good. I like the French film slideshow that inspired 12 Monkeys.
La Jetée.
And what was the other one I really liked a lot? Oh my God! Come on, Gary, you can remember this. Oh God! It's about the it's a specific style of film where it's meant to felt handheld and like it's a documentary, and cinema verite style where you follow a hitman around, a psychopathic hitman, dog or whatever the fuck it was called. Ooh, fuck, man, that's a rough movie. Never want to watch it again. I've seen quite a few French films that hit me in positive ways and negative ways. And I do love French cinema. I just think that they're pretentious a lot of the time. And then you've got guys like Luc Besson, who fucking makes great films, and then he'll make crappy ones. And he is like the McDonald's of French cinema. So I have a very keen affection for French films and their music in particular. Absolutely agree with you, Gambit. I do too. I just know pretentious when I see it. And we got a lot of Americans that do that shit too. We have one filmmaker in particular that I can sit and watch his films and I kind of enjoy them, but I'm like, God, man, I could only imagine this film in the hands of a real filmmaker, how good it would have been. I'll tell you one of them. I'm forgetting his name right now. He did Bottle Rocket.
Don't know that one.
It's Anderson's his last name. Wes Anderson. He's one of those guys that I could take him or leave him. And after the Royal Tenenbaums, I began to hate his fucking movies. And Wes Anderson and everything has to look like it's a fucking dollhouse movie.
Yes.
And I fucking despise that. It's sort of like J.J. Abrams and his mystery box. And I'm like, look, that only works one time if you do it for every film. And I'm also talking to you, M. Night Shyamalan. If you use the same fucking twist ending every film, people come to expect it. And then therefore, your point of doing it has lost its meaning. And Wes Anderson now does every film like it's like miniature fucking houses and shit. He did that fucking Crater one with like great cast. My God, that movie was awful. And Bottle Rocket, I fucking love that movie. I loved Rushmore. I loved the Royal Tenenbaums. I loved Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. And then Darjeeling Limited came out, and I was really hesitant to watch it because it seemed like he was going in a direction with Life Aquatic. And he did Darjeeling Limited, and it was really actually good. It felt like an indie film. And then he did The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Then he did Moonrise Kingdom, and the Grand Budapest Motel or Hotel, the Isle of Dogs, the French Dispatch, Asteroid City was that one. And I'm like, I'm done. I stopped with The Fantastic Mr. Fox because I tolerated it, but I'm like, I can see the trend he's getting ready to move into. And it's all he does now. And I just don't want to watch his movies anymore. He has made it unpalatable to watch his films.
For you. Like Bane would say. I like the style. I like the grand.
I think that it's overdone to the point where you're watching a movie. And I like films where I forget that I'm watching a movie and I'm watching something unfold in front of me. When you watch the Grand Budapest, not one moment in that film doesn't feel like it was shot on a set. That it's not in the real world anywhere. It's like fantasy that's not fantastic. So I don't like that kind of stuff. Moonrise Kingdom lost me. Grand Budapest lost me. Isle of Dogs repeated the same kind of animation they did with the Fantastic Mr. Fox. They told an interesting story, but in a way that I didn't find interesting. French Dispatch, I fucking hated that movie. Asteroid City, I despise that movie. I won't even watch the other ones, The Phoenician Scheme or Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. And I'm just like, no, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Don't want to fucking watch that shit. But if you want to watch good films by him, Bottle Rocket Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums. If you're okay with weird, Royal Tenenbaums, I mean, after Royal Tenenbaums is Life Aquatic, and then Darjeeling Limited. I fucking love that film. But I didn't buy that they were brothers. You've got Owen Wilson, Adrian Brody, and what's his name that played Rushmore, or was in Rushmore? Jason Schwartzman. I'm like, I could buy that Schwartzman is Adrian Brody's younger brother, but I don't buy for a second Owen Wilson is related to either of them in any way. Oh my God. Well, it's because it was overused. I see dead people. I thought it was an okay film, but I figured it out when he wasn't able to go into the basement. When he couldn't open the basement door, yeah, I was like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I caught that too. And I watched it with my brothers when it came, on TV, Austrian TV, and they were shocked in the end. And I'm like, what? You didn't figure that out? They called me a weirdo.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
Yeah, it was. And then you've got his, look, I like, of all of his films, I like his superhero film, Unbreakable. And I liked the semi-quasi sidequel to it, with the psychopaths with the multiple personalities. I enjoyed that film. And that it was connected at the end because you see Bruce Willis's characters in it. I was like, oh, this is good. Then he did the third film, complete trash. Dumb movie. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to have this great, and no, sets up for a big battle. Nothing happens. They all die by their weaknesses. And I'm like, okay, that was dumb. Give me back my $12. Yeah. So, also, when you realize that the color red, every single time something haunting happened, there was red in the previous scene. And it's like, oh, we're going to get another ghost scene. Like, I caught on to all the little things he did, and it kind of annoyed me. But I saw he was trying to pull a Rod Serling. And I went, if you're going to copy somebody, at least he stole from the best, Rod Serling, with Sixth Sense. But for me, the two films I like of M. Night Shyamalan's was Unbreakable and Signs. And then I liked that one. Was it called Split? I think was the name of it.
Split.
Yeah, I liked that movie too. So those are the three films I really liked. And then I kind of liked that weird movie he shot on his with his own money, where it's two kids go to their grandparents, but it's not their grandparents, but they don't know that because they've never met them. It's two psychopaths who escaped an asylum and murdered their real grandparents. That movie was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, but why would you send your children to grandparents that they've never met without accompanying them and introducing them?
Well, they're sent there on vacation because there's been problems. And so they communicate with the grandparents while they're alive. And then they send them there. And the grandparents that they talk to over the phone are not the people they meet, which leads to some interesting things of them not knowing things. And grandma is suffering from senility or something. It ends up wandering in the middle of the night, and that's a fucking crazy movie. That movie was nuts, and I fucking enjoyed it. I don't think it's great, but I enjoyed it.
Oh God, look at that.
Yeah,
Classic
shopping at
snorting.
Publix. Yeah. And I see stupid people largely on Twitter.
Oh, they are on Facebook too. They're everywhere on the
Alpha
socials.
Alpha used to work at Publix. The Visit, yeah. Yeah, Shamalama fucking Ding Dong. I always just call him Shamalama Ding Dong. It was a half-assed, quasi-good film. Kind of felt familiar, and I think it was probably stolen from another movie. I suspect it was. But I did enjoy it, but by the end of the film, it was like, all right, that was like an hors d'oeuvre. It wasn't really like a main course. So I'm like, I'm done with M. Night Shyamalan. I just don't think that he's got anything left in him.
That's sad though.
And with what he did with the third Unbreakable film, unforgivable.
I didn't know there was more than one.
Yeah, Unbreakable and then Split is
Oh,
you don't know that it's a sidequel to Unbreakable until the last scene. And the last scene, you see a guy listening to the news story. He turns and you see that it's the character from Unbreakable.
now I get it. Yeah. I've seen Unbreakable, but I don't really remember it. I know I liked it. But
I would
that was
rather
so
see
long
a
ago.
fan film made of the third film, and just somebody burn the negative and any copy, digital, what have you, of that fucking movie. It was so bad. The third film. Yeah, Glass. What a piece of shit. I did like seeing Charlie Day in this. I like Charlie Day. I think he's funny. I'm also a big fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That was cool when the blade goes through him. I like that. I also like the whole idea of bioluminescence with these things.
That looked so cool. And yeah, the weapons are amazing. Those elbow rockets where they fire through the fist, so cool.
Yeah. Oh, at the elbow?
Yeah.
That is so Johnny Sacco. You know, that was the first real live action robot show with Kaiju in it. Johnny Sacco. And I fucking loved that series. He had
I
rockets in
also
his
like
fingers.
I like what it looks like when they fight because all their movement is in sync. Because one is the left hemisphere and the other is the right one. It looks nice.
Which, you know, again, when it comes to doing technology stories, when you have something like that, you have to explain away why they didn't try something else, which is called boosting signal, to where you can actually magnify what your brain does, to where it could eventually handle working a Jaeger with just one person, is by boosting. You just keep boosting the signal until it works. And
I got you one better. They have a fucking mocap suit. The whole
That
neural
too.
thing was bullshit.
And, you know, people, I don't think even put two and two together with mocap in this, because that's exactly what you're doing. It's basically anything he is doing, and he should be like on not these giant hydraulic things. I always thought that was weird, but that he, you know, they are in a suit that's connected for their body not their fucking brain, but their body. The body's what's doing it, and yeah, I just everything can be solved through technology, through advancements in computers. And
I
so
heard that line in a movie. I
What
can't
one?
remember the movie. Everything can achieve through technology.
Absolutely. The only thing we haven't figured out technologically is childbirth. And that looks like we're coming close to it now, where you have these biomechanical wombs where you can have children outside of the womb.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing for people who, with women that can't bear children,
My
that
first
idea. But absolutely, it's going to be abused. I wanted to get my thought out. It will be anything that you devise that sounds amazing in science will eventually be abused by somebody. So go
isn't
ahead,
the
Emma.
main reason why they do that to make it easier for preemies to survive. I think that was the main motivation.
Nope. The main motivation was so women don't have to stop working.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't doubt that it was paid for by communist socialists. I'm just telling you, it sounds like something they've done. Maurice Chevalier. Yeah, I've always loved him as an actor. Chevalier was one of the French actors in Hollywood back in the day. Yeah, totally Gambit. Guy put out some good stuff. In fact, Pepe Le Pew is based on Chevalier. A lot of people don't know that. And oh my God, I'm sorry, she looks so fucking hot here. And that they don't do a James Bond. This movie should have
she
ended
could
with
be a
them
Bond
going.
girl.
They should have had the two of them climb into that pod and close the door. So you understand why the guy goes, guys, hey guys, because that happens at the end of the film. It's like, and they're just sitting there hugging each other. It's like, no. He should have climbed down there for a little fucking role play.
It's too small. It's fucking too small for two.
It would have been funny. People would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I agree. But
look, that's the big fear anyway, is that cloning. Because currently, right now, it's illegal to clone a human.
I
But
hope it stays
they'll
that way.
skirt it somehow. They'll find a way to skirt it. Right now, we're doing something productive. What I love here is the breach is sealed, and then they should have showed them, not able to have sex, and that would have been funny. Because it's sort of like a double joke that he couldn't get in her. Nah. I love double entendres. God, he looks so evil on the left there. He says one of those faces.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he was just doing an impersonation of Maurice Chevalier. And now people call Pepe Le Pew problematic. He's a fucking animal. Stop attributing human to him. He's a talking fucking animal. He's not real. Stop attributing human traits to him. So direction-wise, I did enjoy the film. It's the writing I had a problem with, but overall, it's a fun movie to watch. And I love this outro because you get these great 3D stills from moments of the film, but they're covered in that black, so it makes them look like little miniatures. I fucking love that.
And then there is the extra scene where that fucking asshole cuts his way out of the baby kaiju and asks for his fucking shoe.
Where's my goddamn shoe?
Yeah.
I was shocked by that at the end. It was like, wait, there's more? Because I've always I was raised to respect the filmmaking teams, to stay for the credits. It's a way of showing respect towards a good movie. If it was a bad movie, I'll leave. But I often walked out of movies. If I started getting frustrated with the writing, I would get up and walk out. This one kept me for one reason and one reason only. It was fun. And I love Kaiju. I fucking will watch a movie with Kaiju in it. I just fucking love Kaiju. Oh, what's up, Adrian?
It really is a fun film.
Alpha,
And we don't get
there's
that
a,
often.
Oh, I
for
have an
original
account there.
movie.
there's a problem with the Amazon Web Services. That's what is happening.
Yeah.
Yep, same thing. Anything on those fucking servers,
It's unreachable.
unreachable. IMDb. A lot of people don't know that Amazon fucking owns IMDb.
What don't they own?
Well, see, they brought in two things that I've always grown up loving. I love giant robots, and I love fucking kaiju. And I think that got started with the TV series Johnny Sacco, which I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Maybe if you
No.
show me a picture because
Because the Japanese version of it had its, it was called Giant Robo.
Iron Man 28.
It came out on TV in 67 and 68, 26 episodes. And I'll share screen here.
Oh no, giant robot. It has the head of a sphinx.
Yep. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching this show known as Gigantor in the US. I knew it as Johnny Sacco. His flying robot. That's what it was called. Giant Robo. I never saw it called that, and I never saw it called Gigantor. Oh, they're talking about the
Gigantor is
cartoon. The cartoon. I saw that later. My first experience with giant robots was either it was Johnny Sacco and then Mecha Godzilla, and then later Jet Jaguar. And I fucking loved this show. And let's see if I can find some decent pictures. So yeah, it had the
Bye,
classic.
Snooty.
See a snort.
Bye, Snotty.
Yeah, the giant robot and the little kid, and but he's not giant like that because that's not giant. That's because you can see the landscape behind him here. That's a set like Godzilla size stuff, and the kid.
That's a behind the scenes picture.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's the tin rocks where they put the wireframe down and then start like taking thin layers of tin over it, and
Gary?
then spray paint it. Yeah.
Keith just gave you an answer. You guessed correctly.
Who?
Oh, Walter Hamada.
Yep.
So I guessed correctly.
Yeah.
That guy was garbage. So don't expect things to go well for Warner.
Nobody is expecting anything. At least nothing good.
So let me get back to Johnny Sacco. Yeah, he was stored in this fucking building like with the gantry and all that shit, and he would launch out. Oh man, fucking love this show. And just like with Ultraman, the team wore similar uniforms, but instead of a tie, they had these kerchiefs, whatever, scarf looking thing. And they had Kaiju. He would fight Kaiju each week. And he fired rockets out of his fingers. Fuck, man, I love this show as a kid. There's one of the main villains in it. They had some creepy looking aliens too, like this one, giant eyeball, jellyfish looking thing, and that guy. Japanese created some stuff that scared the shit out of me. Here's one of the main villains on the show. That one freaked me out. Multi-headed fucking whatever the hell that was. Another show that I liked as a kid, that it wasn't so much kaiju stuff, but it was the Japanese Starman series. It was basically Japanese Superman, the first version. And good God, he would do really bad karate. As a kid, it looked great. You know?
I didn't see that one.
Starting in the mid 50s, going up into the 60s. And they had these star creatures. Let me see. I didn't write Supergiant. What's it doing that for? Yeah, Attack from Space and all that shit. And they had that shit was fucking cool. These ghoulish like creatures that shot like rays out of their mouth. Fuck, man, that was crazy. But on their council, and I'm looking to see if there they are, warning from space. This one freaked me out. These giant starfish-looking creatures with giant eyes in their
Toro.
Yeah, this is from way before. This is the 1950s. Good God, man. That show. And he grabbed pistols like Captain America and start shooting people, and then he would start judo chopping them and crap. There's no such thing as a judo chop. That's a joke. Just crazy fucking. I grew up, I loved Japanese fucking TV shows and movies. Well, we don't know yet. His visit was in September, and it's likely they didn't want to do it. They don't want to muddy the waters with their properties. But they could potentially make a deal to where they have a right to use Pacific Rim mech in their universe over in Japan. That would be the deal. That would be kind of cool. But then they're like, we can just do our own mech, and we'll just be stealing from ourselves. So I don't know. I have not heard what happened. All I know is that he had a very good meeting with the Japanese. We just haven't gotten any results yet.
Well, whatever the result, that meeting was great for him because he got a tour of his dreams. So
yeah, and I'm looking to see if I can get a picture. You got to go there. Here's one picture. Open image, a new tab. And here's the other one. Yeah, this was a big one. Open image in tab. Yeah, so let me share screen again. Share, present, share screen. That's him getting to hold the oxygen destroyer, or as they call it in the movie, Destroya. And then he got that. You got back where they store all of the Godzilla suits. Fuck yeah, man. That's fucking cool. Yeah, his head started looking more like cornrow braids, and his cheeks or what do you want to call this? The area around his nose began looking more and more cat-like, and as time went by, to where you could even see holes where whiskers should go. It got so bad, and I didn't have a problem with it. It's just it really became prominent. Yeah, Pacific Rim -1. I am a big fan, Gambit, of Japanese cinema. I like Hong Kong cinema too, but I'm more of a fan of Japanese cinema. And a film that I'm wanting to do is a mixture of that, and it even has a hint of Blade Runner to it, made by the same director, called Black Rain, which is, I think, a very good police drama, crime drama.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Andy Garcia gets his head cut off
Yep.
by a short, what's it called, a tanta? The short sword, Japanese short sword.
I think they use a regular one, but then again, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Wakizashi, the Wakizashi. I think he's killed by a Wakizashi, if I remember correctly. And it's a fucking cool scene, and you know it's going to happen when it does. Like, I'm sitting there going, no, 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 no. Oh, no, he's going to, oh, it happened. I bet Guillermo must have watched them all, the Kaiju Ultra. Oh, fuck yeah. He grew up when I grew up. In fact, how old is he? I suspect we're same age. What Anima's looking forward to is the Benicio del Toro Godzilla movie, where Benicio is the kaiju. Fuck yeah, we're the same age. Yeah, 5 months apart in age. I am not surprised by that, because the shit that he likes is the shit that I like. Nope. He's exactly the same age as me. And yeah, I'm 49. Yeah, I looked it up because I couldn't remember which was which. So yeah, I turned 50 sometime. I'm going to be 49 for the rest of my life. Like women. 29. How many years have you been 29? 30. I'm looking at all the comments. Godzilla. Just simply, Godzilla is Benicio del Toro. Just him, but with the Godzilla sounds. You know, that roar from the cello and all that shit, or bass. Yep, we're exactly the same age.
Hello, Cam.
Hi, Cam Cam. Yeah, we're at the end. We have reached the end of the show. It's funny, we didn't have to play some of our videos today.
Well, Sander is not here to ask for them.
That one. Oh, Backdoor for Big Red 1. I don't even remember that one.
Our brilliant generals had it figured that Rommel's push would come at a place called Spiba. So they massed most of the Allied forces over there. But they sent our regiment around the back way.
There we go. Okay. I'm tired. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks, Gambit. Thanks, Snorty. Thank you to Christian DeLorme for your super chat and for being a member for 35 months, man. Ariel Ballet, 11 Alpha, Meph, Daryl Brewer, Penny, Vinkman's Girl, Shinatsky, and Cam Ken's Crash Courses. Seems like we had somebody else jump in too that I don't see here. I'm going to go through real quick. Adrian Philip Missiano wasn't listed. There we go, Adrian. Yes. Thank you for being here. I knew there was somebody. I saw somebody's name wasn't listed. There you go, man. Thanks everybody for being here. Be back door. Okay, back door. Okay, so now you get a back door.
That's the rule.
When you get in, open the back door. Right. Watch me swing.
Swing that ass out. That sweet, shaggy ass. I wonder if that's where he got his nickname from, because he's got a lot of hair. All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks for being here today. I'm really pooped, man. That fucking Benadryl's, and it's still, look how puffy my eyes are today. This is ridiculous. I'm almost ready to try Zyrtec to see if it'll help. So we're going to get out of here, guys. Everybody have a good day today. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's always fun to just fucking talk. And we'll be back again on Wednesday, but the Chief will be here tomorrow. What's he doing tomorrow?
No.
No show? Okay.
No show, no.
Okay. No show. So we'll see you again on Wednesday. And Wednesday, we are doing what?
Oh.
You know what? Frankenstein, the true story.
1942, The Wolfman.
No, that's Friday.
No? Oh, right. Frankenstein, the true story.
Yeah.
1973. Yes, that's the one.
You two fight it out. I'll take a drink.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. All right. So we're going to be talking about Frankenstein, the true story. We're going to have a special guest here. Sam Rennie wrote the book on the making of that film, so it's going to be great to have him here. This guy is an expert on this movie. And then, of course, on Friday, we're going to do 1941, The Wolfman. And then on Saturday, we're going to do 2010, The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro and Sir Anthony Hopkins. And the oddly
Emily Blunt.
Beautiful Emily Blunt, because she's really not, but yet she is.
I wouldn't say beautiful. She's pretty.
She's oddly beautiful.
Okay, that's it.
Or
I'm
pretty.
quitting this channel.
You don't like her?
No, she is. She's the only woman my wife is jealous of.
Oh.
Okay. Bad Martin. It's not 1942, but 41. Well, it's what I said was matters. 1941. Anima, like, hears me. I'll sometimes go, I think that movie was, and then I'll go look at it. Oh, I got the year right. I like that when I remember a year for a movie. Don't know why. I get excited over nerd shit like that. So we're out of here, guys. We will catch you later. Everybody have a good day today. And don't forget, I am doing a show tonight over on KGRA with Don Ecker and Mark. And our guest today, well, one of our guests is going to be Mark D'Antonio, astronomer and special effects expert. He actually worked with Douglas Trumbull for years. So he knows his shit with visual effects. But we're going to be talking about A1 Atlas or 3i Atlas, and we're going to be talking about the new C2025 R2. Is it a comet? Is it UFO tech? Alien? I don't know. We'll talk to an astronomer tonight, see what he has to say, because he's been taking pictures, really cool pictures with his telescope down in Phoenix. He has an actual like large scale telescope. So everybody have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock Central Time, I will be live on KGRA. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.